Hello, my name is Taylor Eggertson. This is the second Netflux tutorial, visualizing network dynamics in Cytoscape. In the previous video, we used Netflux to generate simulations of network behavior. In this case, we used this example network and perturbed A, B separately and together to show how the dynamics of the network change in these different scenarios. Because it's a little bit difficult to see exactly what's going on with each of the nodes in this particular visualization, I will be importing these data into Cytoscape so that we can better visualize what the dynamics of the network are. What we will get is something that looks like this, where each node is color-coded corresponding to the activity of the node. We'll also be able to see how the dynamics of the network change in real time. So first, we start with Netflux. Once we have imported the network and run the simulations that we're interested in, we want to export these data. So we go to File, Export Data, and I'm going to save these as example data. You can see I've already saved these before. You would hit Save, and then you would export the network itself. You can export to Cytoscape as either a CIF file or as an XGMML file. I will be using the XGMML file format. Select the file. Here I'll save it as example network.xgml. Then you would export that. Once those are exported, you can leave Netflux and open up the app Cytoscape. This is free to download. Once you open up this session, you would import a network from your file. And this is where you would choose the example network that you just exported from your Netflix. So you would open that up, and you get something that looks like this. Now, right now, everything's overlapping. And so what you would want to do is move the nodes around until it's in a position that looks nice. Cytoscape has some apps that allow you to change the layout of your network. But here I'm just going to also manually adjust these nodes, layout, change the edge routing, so we have a nice network layout. Now, once we have the network in Cytoscape, we want to import the data from the simulations that we ran. So we go down to File, Import, Table from File, and this is where we would import example data. You have to separate these columns, go to Advanced Options, use the space delimiter, and you would import them in this way. You would hit OK, it would be imported. Once they're imported, they show up as columns that assign the value of each time point in the simulation to the given node. The last thing that I'm going to do is change the style of this layout. When you download Netflix into your computer, you will download a file that changes the style of your Cytoscape networks. It's in your Netflix file, wherever you've saved it on your computer, and it is Netflix SBGN style. If you import this style into Cytoscape, then go to Style on the sidebar, drop down Style, you'll see Netflix SBGN. And that gives us this nice style that we use for all of our networks, where you can easily see the AND gate here. Once you have your data imported and your network visualized in a way that looks good, what you will do is then select all of these nodes, go to your fill color, drop that down. You will remove bypass, make sure continuous mapping is selected. If you click on the current mapping, you can select a color palette that you like. And so when you deselect your nodes, you'll see that they're colored. They're colored according to the activity of the node corresponding to the time point in the simulation. So this is time 0. If I move to time 52, you can see that at that time, those nodes have a particular level of activation. Now, to be able to view the dynamics of this network in real time, what I'm going to do is make a movie of our simulation. And how to do that is you go up to Apps and select Cyanimator. If this is not installed, you can install Cyanimator through your app manager. Once you select Cyanimator, you get this window here. And you can add a frame that is currently displayed in the Cytoscape window. Now, you do not have to add every single frame. I'll go to frame 10, like that. But then things start to get interesting at frame 11. So I'm going to add frame 11, frame 12, 13, 14. Each time you display it, and then you add the frame to the Cyanimator window. And 15. Once you've added frames to your Cyanimator window, click on Show Animation, and you're able to see how perturbing A propagates activation down the network. In this way, you can create movies of your simulations. This is a movie that I created of the entire simulation that was run, where you can see the activation of A, the removal of A, the activation of B, the removal of B, and finally, the activation of A and B simultaneously. So now that you've seen how to make movies in Cytoscape and import your networks, feel free to use Netflix to generate simulations of your own networks and import those into Cytoscape for easy visualization. Thank you for watching, and please reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.